that's going to be something to look out for is use of neutral B. But regardless of that, Steam's on Lucario. He knows that maybe this isn't the best matchup Ridley Snake, so.
Cancels out that dash there, too. I'm going to have a stroke.
And I mean, honestly, I'm not sure which character is better for Steam. I mean, he says Lucario is his main, and Snake he just pulls out as a pocket, but
it seems like Lucario is definitely his favorite, but it seems like Snake is the one where when he needs a win, he leans on Snake.
I think I remember all the way back at Frostbite of this year, he pulled it out instead of his Lucario. So I think definitely in like high pressure settings, he'll go to Snake over Lucario. But anyways, we're off here in game one, and Yarn is already at a healthy 102% with Steam taking barely any damage. But he's trying to
102.
Oh, and the up smash there. Just
at least he doesn't have to worry about that 102 anymore, right?
No, now he's down to a
0.
Yeah, a somewhat better 0. Somewhat better.
A healthy 0.
Yeah, a healthy 0.
Yeah.
You know? And honestly, it's just Ridley is a hard character, and I think this is why you don't see a lot of pro Ridleys, because once you get to this level, his options just start to lose against seasoned players that know how to deal with them.
Yeah, well, and being a heavy, in general, you see fewer heavies at high levels.
Yeah.
In general, because you don't have the speed to keep up with somebody.
Because I don't see Yarn doing anything specifically wrong here. I mean, Steam's being the boss that he is. He's playing amazing. I see Yarn's getting those good edge guards, getting what he can.
But then you see a speed choice like that out of Steam
right.
to make the read off of what Yarn just did.
Right. And I think, again, a lot of the times, like even the pro players say, this game is all about the matchups. You got how many characters now? Like 76? And you got to learn each of those matchups. And so if you're not familiar, like say Yarn with the Lucario matchup, which I'm not sure if he is, but if you're not, then it's going to be a really tough ask for someone like Steam, who's probably, practiced the game enough to be familiar with almost every character, if not every character. That's what makes him top 4, right? The ability to go up against anyone, regardless of the character, and just come out on top.
Absolutely. I mean, Steam looking really good right now.
Yeah, Steam again with that Aura Sphere, catching that ledge hang off of Yarn, and Yarn is just looking a little lost. I mean, it's just hard. Like, Steam's just going ham. I think he's building up Aura too, despite being ahead, and honestly, it's just like, what can Yarn do as Ridley? I just don't think Ridley can win. Maybe not on this stage.
Steam's playing so clean, and that 111 now, even though he's up to 2 stocks, he's still got a hell of a lot of aura to work with, and that's just going to make it even harder. Oh, never mind! There goes that aura and a wink.
Steam laughing that one off pretty quickly, getting off the platform. Oh, nice sweet spot into down smash.
Oh my, 93% already onto Steam. That is ridiculous.
That sweet spot. Maybe that is the answer, go for those YOLO plays because, Steam's not expecting them. He's expecting you to play smart, so maybe you play dumb.
Yeah, as big as that comeback was there on Steam's second stock, Yarn was already at over 100 on third.
Yeah, no.
So game 1 going the way of Steam, but I mean, Yarn showing what Ridley can do there for that 5-second span.
Absolutely.
I'm going to send you from 0 to 90. Almost at the top.
Now, I don't know the exact timings, but maybe if he just charged that down smash there, they would have been even on stocks. And maybe by some miracle he could have turned that around. But I think Yarn has a better chance here. I don't know if he has any secondaries. Let's see if he maybe tries to bring one on. We're going to Woohoo or Megalovania.
Hell yeah. There's some others that he's willing to play, but he's very hard primary Ridley. Wait, they're backing up?
No. Okay. They're making sure they're having their hazards.
They were on the on version.
Yes.
Yep, there we go.
So
fix that.
Can I get a sour please in the chat when this Megalovania starts? Because I think we need it. I think we need it for Yarn. A sour please. Yeah.
A sour puss.
Did I forget the email? That's what it's called, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I thought you said sour please. I was confused.
Sour PLS. Yes. Sour please.
How else do you sour please? I don't know.
How else?
I don't know. I'm not the beamer here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that explains a lot.
I'm the one that you photoshopped into beams.
Yeah, I still have those files up, and I don't know
They are emotes in the Discord still.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I haven't been that active. I should really take a look at what's been going on. There's just been too many channels. Like, I came back once, and there's like 20 new channels. By the way, I think there's a Discord link in the bottom of this Twitch stream, so go check it out if you're interested. If you're in the Denver area,
Absolutely.
SmashDEN is going to continue for a second season. I know that.
Oh yeah.
And if you want to be involved in this amazing community, please do sign up. But anyways, we're here in game 2, and it's actually even.
Oh, you spoke too soon.
Caster's curse. What can I say?
I mean, the ridiculous part is he was at 98% when he got sent there.
Absolutely, and not even 90. He was at 70, and that took him to 90.
Yeah,
and
the
sent him
blast
up.
sent him to 90.
And that's just crazy. Like, Lucario is a scary character to play against because of his aura mechanic. Like, it's sometimes even hard to tell, like, how much damage he's going to do because it's variable, and you don't know what option to expect, right? Because at a certain point, most of his moves become kill moves, and it starts to become even more powerful.
Right, like his command grab may not normally kill you at 90, but if he's at 90 himself, then it does, kind of thing.
Absolutely.
It's just so hard to know that matchup that well. Oh!
Yeah, I want to see. He baits
Really
it.
great patience from Yarn there.
Yep. And that shows you, I think, the development of Yarn's playstyle. He's learning these kind of this patience, this more than just spacing and throwing out moves, and he's starting to learn how to read his opponents and knowing that Steam is trying to go for those counters.
Really nice spot dodge there from Steam after coming up short on the counter. He's looking for the back air, lands it.
Yep.
Yarn he did the air dodge, he got in underneath, but when you hit that ground, you're vulnerable again, and Steam waited on it.
It's just Ridley's hitbox, it's huge. It's stupid huge. Now, what I do want to see, just personally, is that you can shark through the stage. It means you can come up through the bottom platform when you recover. I want to see some creative recoveries using that, because it's not always the best option, because, getting the ledge gives you invulnerability, but I want to see if anyone can become creative.
Well,
and if
especially with Lucario, you can hit.
Go for it.
Well, and actually, both these characters can do so much damage on their up recovery that both of them have a good opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
I would be more apt to do it as a Lucario since you have that, ability to steer.
Right.
Whereas you're just picking an angle with Ridley.
No, I was gonna say I'm gonna expect that coming out of Steam rather than Yarn here.
Well,
but,
also, yeah.
But again,
Command grab.
wow.
That command grab is gross when you have the aura, and Steam showing it off there. 2-0, he goes up in this winner's final.
And the spacing there, I just want to pay attention to Steam's charging of his neutral B, because Lucario's is unique in the fact that when you charge it, it actually has a hitbox. So what Steam does is he jumps up, he reverses that B in the air, which changes your momentum, and he basically lands on top of a Yarn who has to shield or get hit.
Yeah.
So, and that creates so much pressure, and Lucario actually comes out of advantage of that, because even though Ridley has some good out of shields, they're not going to beat Lucario's speed at that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
A quick update for those of you watching. Looking in at that losers round 5, we saw players, nobody was coming into the bracket. It was both losers facing each other. So Carbon versus Coleslaw. Coleslaw takes that 2-1, being the lower seed. Bloud versus Larulian. Larulian, the higher seed, takes it 2-0. Bloud and Larulian, that was a hell of a matchup because that was our number 2 and number 3 seeds today.
Yeah, and honestly, I'd want to point out that went 2-1, Carbon versus Coleslaw, and honestly, if I had to bet, I would have put Carbon on that, so I would have loved to seen that match.
Yeah, so we've got Coleslaw and Larulian waiting, or no, they'll be facing each other, and then the winner of that facing off here, right? Or no, I'm sorry, Cozy's facing Coleslaw, Gossamer against Larulian.
But we have game 3 here. We're going to Mushroom Kingdom U. I don't know if I took Yarn at this stage. This has been a favorite of mine for Snake because you can just space out so many characters on it because it's huge. It's a huge stage.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it for Ridley. Obviously, the big hits and a good recovery, he does have options here. However, one of his best for Yarn anyway is that command grab. We haven't seen him land the command grab, I think, once against Steam.
Yeah.
And trying to do it on this stage, unless you're going to near side.
Oh,
that
smash will do it instead.
But yeah, with the command grab, unless you are grabbing from the close side of the ledge and going towards it, you're never going to actually get to that corner where you get the extra oomph off the throw.
Right. Yeah, and I think, that might be a problem here for Yarn. I think that depends on percent for Ridley, how far he slides across. Good reversal there from Lucario.
Not going to get the kill on Yarn, but at 157, there we go.
Yeah.
He's done that all day.
See?
He charges the aura ball, forces the shield into command grab. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yep, and that's what I want to mention, is that he's just really good at spacing that out. but he can't be punished on that really, unless he himself messes up. But anyways, we're here down to 2 stocks apiece. It's still even, despite the amount of pressure that Steam has been putting on Yarn. But I want to say another thing about this stage is that the edges are actually pretty close to the edges of the stage. So it's not a lot of distance. If you get Steam, or if Yarn gets Steam onto the edge of the stage, you don't have to charge as much to get them killed.
Yeah, the blast zones overall is pretty close to PS2, but the size of the actual platform is bigger.
Yeah.
And so you do have a bit of an adjustment you have to deal with there.
And yeah, that's going to be something interesting because that's actually, I think we saw Yarn killing Lucario off the right
smash,
side because of that, you know? And maybe on other stages, Steam would have had a chance to recover.
Oh, he goes for the command grab, and he gets one in return. Really beautiful spot dodge from Steam there.
Yeah, and I think Yarn's just scared at this point to keep going for those because he sees he gets punished hard for it. Like, Steam has the reactions to be able to spot dodge that. Like, that's just on the level.
Nice down smash. Brings it down to a really close last stock here in game 3. So Yarn looking to pick up a game.
Oh
my gosh!
Here we go. Okay.
Just
okay.
juggles
Not enough
him.
jumps. Not enough jumps to finish
63.
that.
If
Here
he
we
had
go.
any
One more.
aura, this would already be a kill.
I think he's grabbing his aura now. He's starting to charge it up. But yeah, that would have been an insane carry off the side of the stage. I think Steam just ran out of jumps, not enough knockback on Ridley.
And Steam was trying to float back with the aura charge there to bring that into a command grab.
Oh, that is scary, Steam.
That damage is high. Real quick there. There he got. Oh, the toadstool though. He's not able to get command grab. Oh, the command grab the other way.
That's scary. This
Only
is scary for Steam. Oh no, but he's got the hitbox on up B. Charging that Aura Sphere. That Aura Sphere, if it hits, it might kill Yarn because you see Steam, he's getting close to max Aura.
Yarn using some nice clearing.
Yarn just can't get impatient. And he does.
He
gets
needed to either be quicker or later out that shield. If you go and run these back, I think Yarn is going to...